My pulse break cracks like a bomb in a metal cage. Heartbeat splitting open like it's fueled by rage. Chest plate trimming like a war-born stage. And I charge that fracture till it shakes the age. I'm a bloodline engine with a meltdown core. Kickstart cast on my inner war. I break my own pulse just to build it more. And ignite the records like a primal roar. Shockwaves burst through the nerves I ride. Pulse break flooded through the circuits I hide. Don't calm the storm, I flip the tide and weaponize the fire that I keep inside. My chest erupts like a pressure breach. Cataclysm roaring where the shadows reach. I crush the weakest of the nightmares teach. And spin my heart like a battle speech.
Bang like the core, turn the fracture into war. Engine rising from the floor, burn the pain and building more. Shockwave running through the skin, cataclysm pulls you in. Power force from where you've been, engine starts ignite again.
Yeah, engine starts ignite again. Engine starts ignite again. Now I'm turning every fracture to a high voltage spark. Pulse break ripping like a beast in the dark. I rebuild strength from the damage I'm marking. Fire my body like a warhead arc. I'm a chaos injector with a thunderborn will. Every shock amplifies the power I spill. Pulse break bombing like a landslide kill. When I rise through the coffee with a spine too still. My heartbeat slams like a runaway train. Pulse break echoing through every vein. I reboot pressure with a violent brain and crush the dread. It screams my name. I'm an engine raging with a fire unbound. Cataclysm roaring in a deathbed sound. I rise from ruins when I hit the ground and tear through fate till the sky comes down.
On our engine raging with a fire unbound. Cataclysm roaring in a deafening sound. I rise from ruins when I hit the ground and tear through fate till the sky comes down.
Pulse break forging me back to life. Engine fueled by inner strife. I cut the fear like a serrated knife and spark my soul through the endless fight.
Life ignite the flame, rewrite blood and shift the frame. Engine rising through your shame, burn the dark that called your name. Shockwave roaring in your chest, cataclysm manifest. From the fall you recontest, start the engine resurrect.
Engine starts ignite again. Engine starts ignite again.
Adrenaline goes creeping up my spine like a phantom spark. Waking every nerve that's been asleep in the dark. I feel a dead pulse rise like it's leaving a mark. So I break compound and goes to the cold, runs dark. I'm a phantom fuel fighter with a voltage scream. Bloodline trembling like a resurrected dream. I convert old fear to a core extreme and turn that pressure into war machine steam. Ghost signals glitch in my ribcage frame. Adrenaline echoes calling out my name. I break that whisper in a molten flame and let the spear burn what the dread became. My breath goes spectral in a flux reborn. Energy shaking like a soul torn storm. I bound with a ghost in a primal form and recompile fire to my strength transforms. Recompile fire to my strength transforms. Ghost adrenaline wake the core. Cold the fear to fuel your war. Recompile what died before. Rise rebuild forevermore. Phantom fire in your chest. Pull the pulse from where it rests. Rewrite shadows you possess. Ignite the ghost, become your best. Ghost adrenaline wake the core. Cold the fear to fuel your war. Recompile what died before. Rise rebuild forevermore. Yo. Now I'm stitching dead energy into live wire skin. Ghost code adrenaline surging within. I reboot that spirit with a war-born spin. And now run penning like a tailwind sin. Pinning voltage, snapping like a spectral blade. Cutting through the trauma that the past once made. I fuel my rage with the ghost I save and punch through dread that thought I caved. Adrenaline rises in a vapor blaze. Ghost singing sticker in the coded days. I calibrate menace in a combat maze and channel the dead and the strength I raise. I'm a wreck pillar forge from a haunted tide, but empowered from the ruins I tried to hide. Ghost adrenaline burning deep inside, and I weaponize echoes like a warfuse guide. I resurrect force from the fears I knew. Turn phantom poles into something new. Breakthrough trail with a spectral crew and rise reborn from the residue. Ghost adrenaline rise again. Cold the fire through your pain. Recompile what once was slain. Wake the storm inside your vein. Phantom heartbeat burning bright. Pull the dead back into light. Rewrite everything you fight. Ghost reborn, ignite the night. Ghost adrenaline.
Yo, fucking så greia, men jeg fucking sånn om fucking out. Yeah. Soul burst, stepping on my chest like a coded glitch. Lines in my past, rewriting every switch. Memories shifted in a loop and pitch. So I tell the error lost till they scratch and twitch. I'm a spirit reboot, running raw through fire. So the bugging everyone that they conspire. I scan my trauma like a ghost rewired and correct the code till the truth grows high. Error lines flashing in a meltdown streak. So that affection when the nights get bleak. I patch each crack with a force unique and rewrite fear till it turns antique. My cord does pain like a broken file. So burst pressure in a rupture style. I rewrote chaos to a coded mind and reload my heart with a savage dial.
Soul burst, fix the broken line. Error burning by design. Rewrite pain you can't define. Action code now intertwined. Past your wounds you try to hide. Shift the script from deep inside. So birds rewrite every sky. Scan the depths of who you are. Error fade into its time. Make you feel the things of God.
Now I rewrite every function of the hurt corrupted. Every courage in my chest with a past erupted. I rebuild strength from the faults I trusted and debugged out to the pains erupted. Sober flames in a digital spin. Core lines cracking when the night rip again. I patch every void with a cold within and reinstall spirit with a battle grin. Every loop glitching in a deadlock crash. So reboot crashing through the panic clash. I override scars with a lightning flash and recode courage in a violet dash. Memory fragments in a static storm. Sober's pressure in a molten form. I rewrite damage in a fire norm and rise from error like a god reborn. I'm a reconstruction of the pain I face. Correction code posting with a dread got placed. I purge all fear from the lines I traced and reboot my being in a cleaner space.
Speak some coke when it's blind. Place the wounds you try to hide. Shift the script from deepest in. Sober feet right every scar. Scan the depths of who you are. Error fading from the start. Wake your fire is a bar. Sober feet right every scar. Scan the depths of who you are. Error fading from the start. Wake your fire is a bar. Feel pain. Pretty on the wind.
Adrenaline goes creeping in my spine like a phantom spark. Waking every nervous been asleep in the dark. Feel the dead pulse rise like it's leaving a mark. So I can couple the ghost to the cold run stark. I'm a phantom fuel fighter with a voltage scream. Bloodline trembling like a resurrected dream. I convert old fear to a core extreme and turn dead pressure into war machine. Steam ghost signals glitch in my ribcage frame. Adrenaline echoes calling out my name. I break that whisper in the molten flame and let the spirit burn what the dread became. My breath goes better than the fox reborn. Energy shaking like a soul torn storm. I bond with the ghost in the primal form and hiphop fire till my strength transforms.
Ghost adrenaline the core. Cold the fear to feel your war. And compile with that before. As we build forevermore. Phantom fire in your chest. Pull the pulse from where it rests. Rewrite shadows you possess. Ignite the ghost become your best. Ignite the ghost become your best. Ignite the ghost become your best. Ignite the ghost become your best.
Now I'm touching dead energy in the live wire skin. Ghost coded adrenaline surging within. I reboot that spirit with a warbone spinning. I run panic like a tailwind sin. Phantom voltage snapping like a spectral blade. Cutting through the trauma that the past once made. I feel my rage with the ghost I saved and punch through dread that thought I caved. Adrenaline rises in a vapor blaze. Ghost signals flicker in the coded days. I calibrate menace in a combat maze and channel the dead in the strength I raise. I'm a brick of power forged from a haunted tide, building power from the ruins I tried to hide. Ghost adrenaline burning deep inside and I weaponize echoes like a warfuse guide. I resurrect force from the fears I knew. Turn phantom pulses into something new. Break through pressure with a spectral crew and rise a born from the birds that do.
Ghost adrenaline wake the core. Cold the fear to feel your war. And compile with that before. As we build forevermore. Phantom fire in your chest. Pull the pulse from where it rests. Rewrite shadows you possess. Ignite the ghost become your best. 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 Ghost adrenaline rise again. Cold the fire through your pain. Break on power what once was slain. Wake the stone inside your vein. Cause adrenaline go far. Cold the fear through your vein. Break on power once was slain. Wake the stone inside your vein. Phantom heart be burning bright. Pull the dead back into life. Rewrite everything you fight. Ghost reborn, ignite the night.
Trauma hits my nerves like a high voltage strike. Burning every memory that kept me awake at night. Pain rewinds hard like a fist in a fight. So I reroute that shot till it fuels my spite. I'm a scar forged, ending with a meltdown core. Every flashbang's like a warhead roar. I turn every wound into something hardcore. Electronics voltage amplify me more. My breath gets electric when the past ignites. Stress line buzzing like a neon bite. Push through lightning with a pulse too bright. And I rip fit down like I lost on the right. Trauma flickers in my chest like a broken wire. Sparks flying out from the waiting fire. Strike back vicious with a will and tire. Rise through damage like a live wire side.
Voltage rising in the pain. Shock the fear that left a stain. Burn the trauma through your vein. Reprisal rising once again. Turn the current into fire. Break the past, you held too tight. Spark the dark and shift the light. Strike them back with roaring night.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm tearing through my trauma like a pulse on cage. Voltage roaring in my bones like I'm raging gauge. I rewrite pain like a war stage and fire back harder. Till the damage is paged. I'm a current conductor with a scarline scream. Voltage coming in my spine like a fever dream. Trauma tries drowning me in silent stream, but I shock it dead with a counter beam. My nerves go critical when the meltdown glide. Flashback swinging like a landslide ride, but I weaponize scars when they press inside and flip the power that the past denied. I charge my pain like a battery pack. Trauma voltage pushing every skill I lack. I surge through fear with a full attack and slam the dark till the shadows crack. I'm a reprise burning from the hurt I stored. Voltage Venice and the soul restored. I rise reborn with a force ignored and turn my trauma into my sword.
Voltage rising in the pain. Tear the past that kept you chained. Spark the wounds that left you drained. Reprisal born from what remained. Turn the current into mind. Strike the dark with pure rewrite. Let your scars become your light. Voltage burning through the night.
Shadow line cuts through my chest like a razor thread. Every breath dragging memories the darkness fed. I hit the lowest point where the light felt dead, so I triggered the matrix, I breathe my dread. I'm a void born fighter with a glitch, kill core. Shadow that are crawling underneath the floor. I resurrect strength in the circuits of war and reload my will till I rise once more. My mind figures hard like a broken screen. Shadows rewriting everything I've been. I set a code open line by line and reboot my soul in a state unseen. I climb from the black of a dead man's zone. Shadow line whispering like a haunted tone, but I hack that suffering to make it my own and resurrect fire from the damage shown.
Feet line, cut the chain. Rise from where the ghosts remain. Matrix waking in your veins. Bring the dead to life again. Break the dark you used to chase. Rewrite pain and cyber trace. Step beyond the shadow space. Resurrecting and code of grace. The dark you used to chase. Rewrite pain and cyber trace. Step beyond the shadow space. Resurrecting and code of grace.
Shadow like a fault line split, matrix booting up fast till the pieces fit. I resurrect versions I once should have quit and turn every downfall into pure hard grit. Shadow line folding like a lapsing wave. Darkness roaring like a trying to enslave, but I code through fear in the path I pave and rise from ruin like a storm I gave. Matrix pulse in my bones in light, rewriting death with a neon bite. I tear through black like a war-born knight, an override shadow a savage might. I'm a resurrection engine with a soul reboot. Shadow code ripping in the deadlock root. I break through silence where the doubts took root and come back louder than the pain's pursuit. I ascend at the dark with a self-made spark. Shadow line cracking as I pierce the dark. Matrix igniting like a solar mark, and I resurrect where I left my mark.
In a line vocal say, rise from where the ghosts in lay. Matrix let the muse on me. Bring the death to life for the beat. From the void you redefine. Hack the dark and cross the line. Pulse the turning by design. Resurrection, you're divine. From the void you redefine. Hack the dark and cross the line. Pulse the turning by design. Resurrection, you're divine.
Hardcore burning in the floats. My hardcore rattles like a flux that refuses calm. Pressure bending in my chest like a ticking bomb. The pulse goes wild like a storm with no qualm. And I drag that chaos till it turns to psalm. I'm a meltdown engine with a heart unchained. Flux surging like a beast that can't be contained. I weaponize the ache that my past ordained and blast through fear till nothing remained. Every heartbeat flickers like a glitch on fire. Core overheated by a ruthless desire. I don't pull the storm, I raise it higher and turn each tremor into war empire. My chest shakes heavy like a detonator's grip. Flux twisting blood in a panic torn whip. But I reward pressure with a war-born flip and crush the dread when my circuit slip.
Hardcore burning in the flux. Steer the fear that kept you stuck. Detonate the pain that struck. Rise from chaos, break the luck. Crack the pressure, spark the night. Turn the tremor into fight. Hardcore glowing in the light. Blast and burn to reignite. Hardcore burning in the flux. Hardcore burning in the flux. Hardcore burning in the flux.
Yeah. Now I'm twisting through my heart like a fusion burst. Flux shaking every nerve like the veins of verse. I detonate faster when the dread hits first and rewrite damage till the fear gets cursed. My core combusts like a shockwave tide. Flux roaring hard in the fractures I hide. I break through panic with a battle stride and drag collab from the weaker side.
The hardcore surges in the moat and sweep. Fire in my ribs running 6 marks deep. I detonate shadows that used to creep and rise from room when the wounds don't sleep. I'm a postborn bomb with a soul unbound. Flux detonating in a thunderous sound. I cry my limits like a battleground and shake the world till it comes unground. Hardcore pressure in the warhead mode, breaking every lock that my past bestowed. I explode up from the heavy load and burn the dark till my veins corrode. Hardcore pressure in the warhead mode, breaking every lock that my past bestowed. I explode up from the heavy load and burn the dark till my veins corrode.
Hardcore burning in the flux. Break the chains and get you stuck. Detonate the pain that's struck. Rise from chaos, break the luck. Crack the pressure, spark the night. Turn the tremor into fight. Hardcore glowing in the light. Blast and burn to reignite. Hardcore burning in the flux. Hardcore burning in the flux. Hardcore burning in the flux. Hardcore burning in the flux.
Fears in the ringing in my chest like a warning ping. Echoes breaking in my nerves like a tightened string. Panic tries to rise like a venomous sting, but I flip that face so the dread can't cling. I'm a fear-born fighter with a glitch-wide brain. Signals jumping like a thunderous chain. I turn each shock into fuel I gain and break the terror that runs my vein. The fear transmission hits a crack pipe line. Stress leaking through the circuits twisting my spine. Untwisted static till it realigns. And weaponized panic when the dark combine. My nerves spark wild in a fractured zone. Fear signals screaming like it wants me thrown. I catch that echo with a force I hone and disrupt the face till I stand alone. Buddy, till I stand alone. Buddy. Fear signal, break the wave. Shift the terror you once gave. Phase disrupt the thoughts I crave. Turn the fright to something brave. Pulse the static through the mind. Let the shadows fall behind. Cut the signal they design. Rise in strength they couldn't bind. 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 Fear signal, break the wave. Shift the terror you once gave. Phase disrupt the thoughts I crave. Turn the fright to something brave. Pulse the static through the mind. Let the shadows fall behind. Cut the signal they design. Rise in strength they couldn't bind. Now I'm slicing through the signal like a nerve blade cut. Fear face twisted but it can't stay shut. I override panic when the loops go glut and tear down terror like a loaded gun. Fear for fruity spikes and a deadly hum, but I jam that wave till the echoes numb. I crash the pattern like a warhead drum and break the noise till the shadows succumb. My pulse hits combat in a frenzy stride. Fear signal flips with my instant divide. I transform dread into strength inside and push through pressure like a rising tide. I'm a disruptive tune to a primal key, breaking fear frames that were meant for me. I tear through noise till the doubt can't flee and bend the dark to my decree. To my decree. Friction is no shaking but it can't hold ground. I disrupt every phase it one side down. I rise so loud that the void can't drown and rewrite coverage like a war-born crown. Can't feel no shaking but it can't hold down. I disrupt every phase it one side down. I rise so loud that the void can't drown and rewrite coverage like a war-born crown. Gain my courage 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 like a war-born crown. Fear signal, break the wave. Shift the terror you once gave. Face disrupt the thoughts I crave. Turn the fright to something brave. Pulse the static through the mind. Let the shadows fall behind. Cut the signal they design. Rise in strength they couldn't bind. 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 Rise in strength they couldn't bind.
Yeah. My pulse break cracks like a bomb in a metal cage. Heartbeat spitting open like it's fuel rate. Chest plate trembling like a war-born stage. And I charge that fracture till it shakes the age. I'm a bloodline engine with a meltdown core. Kickstart chaos through my inner war. I break my own pulse just to build it more and ignite the wreckage like a primal roar. Shockwaves burst through the nerves I ride. Pulse break flooded through the circuits I hide. I don't calm the storm, I flip the tide and weaponize the fire that I keep inside. My chest erupts like a pressure breach. Cataclysm roaring where the shadows reach. I crush the weakness that the nightmares teach and spin my heart like a battle speech.
Be made like the core, turn the fracture into war. Engine rising from the floor, burn the pain and build it more. Shockwave running through the skin, cataclysm pulls you in. Power force from where you've been, engine starts ignite again. Ignite again, ignite again, ignite again. Engine starts ignite again.
Yeah.
Now I'm turning every fracture to a high voltage spark. Pulse break, ripping like a beast in the dark. I rebuild strength from the damage I'm marking. Fire my body like a warhead arc. I'm a chaos reactor with a thunderborn will. Every shock amplifies the power I spill. Pulse break, rubbing like a landslide kill. And I rise through the carnage with a spine to steel. My heartbeat slams like a runaway train. Pulse break echoing through every vein. I reboot pressure with a violent brain and crush the dread that screams my name. I'm an engine raging with a fire unbound. Cataclysm roaring in a deathbed sound. I rise from ruins when I hit the ground and tear through fate till the sky comes down. Pulse break forging me back to life. Engine fueled by inner strife. I cut the fear like it's a raided knife and spark my soul through the endless fight.
Baby, light the core, turn the fracture into war. Engine rising from the floor, burn the pain and metalist. Shockwave burning through the skin, cataclysm pulls you in. Power flows from where you've been, engine starts ignite again. Ignite again, 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 ignite again, ignite again. Engine starts ignite again.
Engine starts ignite again.
Hey, it's your blood, baby.
Yeah. Paint sickle spinning in my ribs like a twisted gear. Every rotation pulling back another year. Memories running like the engine in fear, so I warp that cycle till it disappears. I'm a torque-born monster with a pressure drive. Pain hits hard, but I rise and revive. I rewrote damage in the force I derive and break the loop with a will that's alive. Each heartbeat slams in a circular vein. Pain rotates fast like a runaway train. I lean into the hurt till it fuels my brain and turn every ache in a warhead game. My chest tightens up like a piston quake. Pain sickle ripping like it's ready to break, but I hit warp speed for the steps I take and accelerate strength till the whole world shakes.
Pain cycle, spin the line, walk the hurt you kept confined. Accelerate and redefine, turn the drag to what's divine. Break through the loop, you fought alone, push the pressure through your bone. Warp until the fear is gone, rising speed you call your own.
Yeah, now I'm firing through the cycle like a warp stream burst. Pain looping faster, but I flip it first. I run trauma like a thirst reversed and turn every scar into power rehearsed. Pain cycle railing like a carbon wheel, spinning through fractures that refuse to heal. I shift the torque till the hurt turns steel and crush every doubt that I used to feel. I warp the pressure in a hyperdrive spin, accelerate every weakness wearing thin. I rewrite agony as fuel within and blast past limits like a war-born wind. Pain sickle tries pulling me back in chain, but I run loops with the code insane. I shatter repetition with a warp speed brain and tear through ruins like a burning plane. I'm the engine built from a broke my past, turning cycles into fire at last, accelerating through the shadows cast and rising above till I'm moving fast.
Yeah, and rising above till I'm moving fast.
Pain cycle, spin the line, warp the hurt you kept confined. Accelerate and redefine, turn the drag to what's divine. Break the loop, you fought alone, push the pressure through your bone. Warp until the fear is gone, rising speed you call your own. Pain cycles, spin the line. Pain cycles, spin the line. Back to the planes, cry. Fear signal ringing in my chest like a warning ping. Echo spiking in my nerves like a tighten string. Panic try to rise like a venomous sting, but I flip that face till the dread can't cling. I'm a fear-born fighter with a glitch-wired brain. Signals jumping like a thunderous chain. I turn each shock into fuel I gain and break the terror that runs my vein. The fear transmission hits a cracked pipeline, stress leaking through the circuits of my spine. But I twist the static till it realigns and weaponize panic when the dark combines. My nerves spark wild in the fractured zone. Fear signal screaming like it wants me prone. I catch that echo with a force I hone and disrupt the phase till I stand alone.
Fear signal, break the wave. Shift the terror you unscathed. Phase disrupt the thoughts that crave. Turn the fright to something brave. Pulse the static through the mind. Let the shadows fall behind. Cut the signal they designed. Rising strength they couldn't bind.
Now I'm slicing through the signal like a nerve blade cut. Fear face twisting but it can't stay shut. I override panic when the loops go glut and tear down terror like a loaded gut. The frequency spikes in a deadly hum, but I jam that wave till the echoes numb. I crash the pattern like a warhead drum and break the noise till the shadows succumb. My pulse hits combat in a frenzy stride. Fear signal flips when my instincts divide. I transform dread into strength inside and push through pressure like a rising tide. I'm a disruptor tuned to a primal key, breaking fear frames that were meant for me. I tear through noise till the doubt can't flee and bend the dark to my decree. Signal shaking but it can't hold ground. I disrupt every phase it once tied down. I rise so loud that the void can't drown and rewrite courage like a war-born crown.
Fear signal, kill the wave. Smash the chains you couldn't shake. Phase disrupt the echo's grave. Turn your fear into your praise. Break the pattern, burn the night. Shift the terror into light. Stand rebuilt and amplified. Rise beyond the signal's bite. Fear signal.
hey, hey, yeah, hey, my shoulda, my shoulda, my shoulda, my shoulda, my shoulda. Okay, hey, mine shed cracks in my skull like a glass grenade. Every fragment slicing through the thoughts I made. Logic dripping off edge like it's stripped and frayed. So I gather every shard like a war I played. I'm a brain burst soldier in a fractured storm. Memory splinter in a twisted form. But I drag each piece through the mental swarm and assemble new strength that's no longer torn. Thoughts collapse out in a violent spree, splitting like they're trying to escape from me. But I piece them back with a strategy and reload my mind like artillery. My nerve detonate with a glitch, built flare fragments ricochet through the internal web. But I rotate each crack with a tactician's care and reboot the chaos to a state I bet.
My mind shattered piece by piece, build a strength from inner crease. Cracks that try to steal your peace, reboot, rise and never cease. Every fragment you control, tactical within the soul. Put the pieces back and roll, reignite the broken hole.
Now I'm stitching every fracture like a warfield plan. Mind shatter patterns in a blueprint scan. I rebuild storms like a battle man and upgrade pain like a veteran can. Broken memories dart like a shrapnel blast. Shards of regret cutting through my past, but I realign chaos with a grip so fast and reboot pressure till the fear won't last. Thoughts hit turbulence in the meltdown stream. Mind shatter screaming in a twisted dream. I recalibrate damage with a stillborn beam and reform my psyche in a war machine. I'm a tactician carving from the mental wreck, rebooting every fragment that the shadows check. I break the loop where the nightmares trek and rise, rebuild from a broken deck. Mind shatter burns, but I turn that flame. Tactical insight reworks my frame. I resurrect clarity that the fear defame and override darkness when I own name.
My mind shattered piece by piece, build a strength from inner crease. Cracks that try to steal your peace, reboot, rise and never cease. Every fragment you control, tactical within the soul. Put the pieces back and roll, reignite the broken node. Reignite the broken node.
No. Neural flash snapping like a spark in a metal storm. Brainwave twisting in the shapes that shouldn't form. Every thought overheating till the circuits deform. And I ride that chaos like my natural norm. I'm a neural Wi-Fi in the blackout zone. Synapse screaming like the breaking bone. I don't call a flare, I call it home. And summon the storm till the fear gets thrown. My hits of a ride with a shockwave bend. Logic melting in the flames I send. I use each glitch as a tool to ascend and tear through doubt till the fractures mend. I'm a ritual force from electric scars. Thoughts combusting in the flaming bars. I rewrite pain in the fuel for wars and climb my storm past dying stars. Neural flare ignite the brain. Override through every chain. Cut the static, break the strain. Ritual born in fire and pain.
Signal rising in your core, burn the shadows you restore. Flare awakens, wanting more. Step inside the mind's new door.
Now I'm running through my cortex like a wildfire roar. Neural flare ripping at the mental floor. I reboot storms I was dying for and rise through chaos like a final score. Overdrive spikes till my thoughts explode. Nerve lines twisting in a meltdown code. I tear through fear in a lightning mode and launch my rage like a power load. I'm a synapse time with a flare-based strike, ripping through doubt like a warhead spike. I chase the madness when the nerves ignite and bend the dark to my appetite. Neural flare screaming in the crimson arc, painting bird mark through the mental dark. I spark rebirth but the nightmares bark and rises a fire that leaves its mark. My ritual carved from the pain I hold, rewrites fear into something bold. I burn my truth in the flame controlled and ascend through ruin like molten gold.
No flare, ignite the brain, overdrive through every chain. Cut the static, break the strain. Ritual born in fire and pain. Signal rising in your core, burn the shadows you restore. Flare awakens, wanting more. Step inside the minds of good. No flare, ignite the brain, overdrive through every chain. Cut the static, break the strain. Ritual born in fire and pain. Signal rising in your core, burn the shadows you restore. Flare awakens, wanting more. Step inside the mind's new door. Inside the mind's new door.
Hey, this is a beat, baby.
Pain cycle spinning in my ribs like a twisted gear. Every rotation, pulling back another year. Memories grinding like they engineered in fear. So I work that cycle till it disappears.
I'm a torque bomb monster with pressure drive. Pain hits hard, but I rise and revive. I re-damage it in the force that arrive and break the loop with a will that's alive. Each heartbeat slams in a circular vein. Pain rotates fast like a runaway train. I lean to the hurt till it fuels my brain and turn every ache in a warhead game. My chest tightens up like a piston quake. Pain's like a ripping, like it's ready to break. But I hit warp speed for the steps I take and accelerate strength till the whole world shakes.
Pain cycle spin the line, warp the hurt you kept confined. Accelerate and redefine, turn the drag to what's divine. Break the loop you fought alone, push the pressure through your bone. Warp until the fear is gone, rise in speed you call your own. Pain cycle, spin the line, warp the hurt you kept confined. Accelerate and redefine, turn the drag to what's divine. Break the loop you fought alone, push the pressure through your bone. Warp until the fear is gone, rise in speed you call your own. Call your own, call your own.
cycle like a warp stream burst. Pain looping faster, but I flip it first. I outrun trauma like a thirst reverse, and turn every scar into power rehearsed. Pain cycle, riding like a carbon wheel, spinning through fractures, refuse to heal. I shift the torque to the hurt, turn steel, and crush every doubt that I used to feel. I walk the pressure in a hyperdrive spin, accelerate every weakness worn thin. I rewrite, and yes, feel within, and blast past limits like a war-born wind. Pain cycle tries pulling me back in chain, but I outrun loops with a code insane. I shatter repetition with a warp speed brain, and tear through ruins like a burning plane. I'm the engine built from a broke my past, turning cycles into fire at last, accelerating through the shadows, casting, rising above till I'm moving fast. Break the turn, warp the scars that used to burn, accelerate and let them learn. You rise higher every turn, spin the darkness into flight, warp the pain into your mind, push your heart beyond the night, acceleration blazing bright, blazing bright, blazing bright, blazing bright, bright, bright. Break the loop, you falling on, falling on, falling on. Bang cycle, bang cycle, bang cycle.
My hardcore rattles like a flux that refuses calm. Pressure bending in my chest like a ticking bomb. The pulse goes wild like a storm with no qualm. And I drag that chaos till it turns to song. Hey, yeah, hey. I'm a meltdown angel with a heart unchained, flux surging like a beast that can't be contained. I'll weaponize an ache that my past ordained, and blast through fear till nothing remained. Every heartbeat flickers like a glitch on fire. Core overheated by roots to desire. By the cool the storm, I'll raise it higher and turn each tremor into war empire. My chest shakes heavy like a detonator's grip. Flux twisting blood in a pentatone whip, but I reroute pressure with a war-born flip and crush the dread where my circuit slip.
Hardcore burning in the flux, tear through fear that kept you stuck. Detonate the pain that struck, rise from chaos, break the luck.
Crack the pressure, spark the night, turn the tremor into fire. Hardcore glowing in the light, blast and burn or reignite.
Hardcore burning in the burning in the flux, hardcore for the candies, lead us big to love. Hardcore burning in the burning in the flux, hardcore for the candies, lead us big to love.
Now I'm twisting through my heart like a fusion burst, flux shaking every nerve like the veins reversed. I detonate faster when the dread it's first, and rewrite damage till the fear gets cursed. My core combust like a shockwave tide, flux roaring hard in the fractures I hide. I break through panic with a battle stride, and drag collapse from the weaker side. All hardcore surges in a molten sweep, fire in my ribs when the 6 marks deep. I detonate shadows that used to creep, and rise from river when the wounds don't sleep. I'm a pulse-born bomb with a soul unbound, flux detonating in a thunderous sound. I crack my limits like a battleground, and shake the world till it comes on ground. Hardcore pressure in the warhead mode, breaking every lock that my past bestowed. I explode upward from the heavy load, and burn the dark till my veins corrode. She's the shell from your chest, how the tremor to your best. Hardcore branding through the text, ignite, explode, and manifest.
Hardcore burning in the flux, tear through fear that kept you stuck. Detonate through ache that struck, rise on candles, paper luck.
Shake the shadows from your chest, turn the tremor to your best. Hardcore raging through the test, ignite, explode, and manifest.
Hardcore burning in the burning in the flux, hardcore burning in the candles, paper luck. Hardcore burning in the burning in the flux, hardcore burning in the candles, paper luck.
Oh, yo. Never flash never like a spark in a metal storm. Brainwave twisting in the shit that should inform. Every thought of a heat into the circus deform. And I ride that chaos like my natural norm. I'm a neural wildfire in a blackout zone. Sitting up screaming like the breaking bone. I don't calm the flare, I call it home. And summon a storm till the fear gets thrown. My hits overdrive with a shockwave bend. Logic melting in the flames I send. I use each glitch as a tool to ascend and tear through doubt to the fractures mend. I'm a ritual forged from electric scars. Thoughts combusting in the flaming bars. I rewrite pain in the fuel for wars and climb my storm past dying stars.
Neural flare, ignite the brain, overcard through every chain. Cut the static, break the strain. Ritual born in fire and pain. Signal rising in your core. Burn the shadows you restore. Flare awakens wanting more. Step inside the mind's new door.
Now I'm running through my cortex like a wildfire roar. Neural flare ripping at the mental floor. I reboot storms I was dying for, and rise through chaos like a final score. Overdrive spikes till my thoughts explode. Nerve lines twisting in a meltdown code. I tear through fear in a lightning mode and launch my rage like a power load. I'm a synapse tyrant with a flare-based strike, ripping through doubt like a warhead spike. I chase the madness when the nerve ignite and bend the dark to my appetite. Neural flare screaming in the crimson knob, painting burn marks through the mental dark. I spark rebirth with the nightmares barking. Rises the fire that leaves its mark. My ritual carved from the pain I hold. Rewrites fear into something bold. I burn my truth in the flame, controlled in the sin through ruin like molten gold.
Neural flare, ignite the brain, overcraft through every chain. Cut the static, break the strain. Ritual born in fire and pain. Signal rising in your core. Burn the shadows you restore. Flare awakens wanting more. Step inside the mind's new door.
Shadow line cuts through my chest like a razor thread. Every breath dragging memories the darkness fed. I hit the lowest point where the light felt dead, so I triggered the matrix that rewrites my dread. I'm a void-born fighter with a glitch kill core. Shadow data crawling underneath the floor. I resurrect strength in the circuits of war and reload my will till I rise once more. My mind flickers hard like a broken screen. Shadows rewriting everything I've been. I tear the code open line by line and reboot my soul in a state unseen. I climb from the black of a dead man's zone. Shadow line whisper like a haunted tone, but I hack that suffering to make it my own and resurrect fire from the damage shown. Shadow line, cut the chain. Rise from where the ghosts remain. Matrix waking in your vein. Bring the dead to life again. Break the dark you used to chase. Rewrite pain inside betray. Step beyond the shadow space. Resurrected and coded grace. Oh yeah. Now I'm cracking every shadow like a fault line split. Matrix booting up fast till the pieces fit. I resurrect versions I once tried to quit and turn every downfall into pure hard grit. Shadow line folding like a collapsing wave. Darkness roaring like it's trying to enslave, but I code through fear in the path I pave and rise from ruin like a storm I gave. Matrix pulses through my bones in light, rewriting death with a neon bite. I tear through black like a warborn knight and override shadows with a savage might. I'm a resurrection ninja with a soul reboot. Shadow code ripping in a deadlock root. I break through silence where the doubts took root and come back louder than the pain's pursuit. I ascend out the dark with a self-made spark. Shadow line cracking as I pierce the dark. Matrix igniting like a solar mark, and I resurrect where I left my mark. Shadow line, cut the chain. Rise from where the ghosts remain. Matrix waking in your vein. Bring the dead to life again. From the void you redefine. Hack the dark and cross the line. Pulse returning by design. Resurrection, you're divine. Resurrection, you're divine. Resurrection, you're divine.
Soul burst snapping in my chest like a coded glitch. Lines of my past rewriting every switch. Memories corrupted in a loop and pitch, so I tear the error logs till they scratch and twitch. I'm a spirit reboot running raw through fire. Self-debugging every wound that they conspire. I scan my trauma like a ghost rewind and correct the code till the truth grows higher. Error lines flashing in a meltdown streak. Soul data fracture when the nights get bleak. Hype patch each crack with a force unique and rewrite fear till it turns antique. My core dumps pain like a broken file. Soul burst pressure in a rupture style. I rewrote chaos through a coded mile and reload my heart with a savage dial.
Female broken line, error burning by design. Rewrite pain you can't define. Correction code now intertwined.
Patch the wounds you try to hide. Shift the script from deep inside. Set the errors, fall aside. Rise rebooted, amplified.
Female broken line, error burning by design. Rewrite pain you can't define. Correction code now intertwined.
Patch the wounds you try to hide. Shift the script from deep inside. Set the errors, fall aside. Rise rebooted, amplified. Now I'm rewriting every function that the hurt corrupted. Error correction in my chest where the past erupted. I rebuild strength from the faults I trusted and debugged out till the pain's disrupted. Soul burst flames in a digital spin. Core lines cracking when the nightmare begin. I patch every void with the code within and reinstall spirit with a battle grin. Error loop glitching in a deadlock crash. Soul reboot crashing through the panic clash. I overwrite scars with a lightning flash and recode courage in a violent dash. Memory fragments in a static storm. Soul burst pressure in a molten form. I rewrite damage in a fire-worn norm, then rise from error like a god reborn. I'm a reconstruction of the pain I faced. Correction code pulsing where the dread got placed. I purge all fear from the lines I trace to reboot my being in a cleaner space.
Female broken line, error burning by design. Rewrite pain you can't define. Correction code now intertwined.
Patch the wounds you try to hide. Shift the script from deep inside. Set the errors, fall aside. Rise rebooted, amplified.
Free the broken line, error burning by design. Rewrite pain you can't define. Correction code now intertwined.
Patch the wounds you try to hide. Shift the script from deep inside. Set the errors, fall aside. Rise rebooted, amplified. Mind shatter cracks in my skull like a glass grenade. Every fragment slicing through the thoughts I made. Logic tripping off edge like it's stripped and frayed. So I gather every shard like a war I played. I'm a brain burst soldier in a fractured storm. Memory splinter in a twisted form. But I drag each piece through the mental swarm and assemble new strength that's no longer torn. Thoughts collapse loud in the violence spree. Splitting like they're trying to escape from me. But I piece them back with a strategy and reload my mind like artillery. My nerves detonate with a glitch built flare. Fragments ricochet through the internal lair. But I rotate each crack with a tactician's care and reboot the chaos to a state I bear.
Mind shattered piece by piece. Build the strength from in the crease. Christ, I try to steal your peace. Reboot rising, never cease. Every frame you control, tactical within the soul. Put the pieces back and roll. Reignite the broken hole. Reignite the broken hole. Reignite the broken hole. Reignite the broken hole.
Now I'm stitching every fracture like a warfield plan. Mind shatter patterns on a blueprint scan. I rebuild storms like a battle man and upgrade pain like a veteran can. Broken memories dart like a shrapnel blast. Shards of regret cutting through my past, but I realign chaos with a grip so fast and reboot pressure till the fear won't last. Thoughts hit turbulence and melt downstream. Mind shatter screaming in a twisted dream. I recalibrate damage with a stillborn beam and reform my psyche in a war machine. I'm a tactician carving from the mental wreck, rebooting every fragment that the shadows check. I break the loop with a nightmare's trek and rise, rebuild from my broken deck. Mind shatter burns, but I turn that flame. Tactical and so reworks my frame. I resurrect clarity, the thing of the famed, and overwrite darkness with my own name. Yeah, mind shatter burns, but I turn that flame. Tactical and so reworks my frame. I resurrect clarity, that the fear defamed, and overwrite darkness with my own name.
Running trying to boast while I turn that flame. Set the balance, that it works, goddamn. Yeah, as I make lady, that the fear insane. And override darkness with my own name. Check, 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 reignite the broken home. Check, 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 reignite the broken home. Reignite the broken home.
Trauma hit my nerves like a high voltage strike, burning every memory that kept me awake at night. Pain rewinds hard like a fist in a fight, so I rewrite the shock to diffuse my spite. I'm a scar for a ginger with a meltdown core. Every flashback slams like a warhead roar. I turn every wound into something hardcore, and the trauma is voltage amplify me more. My breath gets electric when the past ignites. Stress line buzzing like a neon bite. I push through lightning with a pulse too bright, and I rip fear down like it lost the right. Trauma flickers in my chest like a broken wire. Sparks flying out from the waiting fire. Strike back bitch with a wheel and tie, and rise through damage like a lava side.
Voltage rising in the pain, shock the fear that left a stain. Burn the trauma through your vein, reprisal rising once again. Turn the current in a fight, break the past you held too tight. Spark the dark and shift the light, strike them back with raw ignite.
Voltage rising in the pain. Voltage rising in the pain. Voltage rising in the pain. Shock the fear that left a stain. Burn the trauma through your main. Now I'm tearing through my trauma like a pulse uncaged. Voltage roaring in my bones like I'm raging gauge. I rewrite pain like a war I stage and fire back harder to the damages page. I'm a current task, with a scar line scream. Voltage climbing in my spine like a fever dream. Trauma tries drowning me in silent stream, but I shock it dead with a counter beam. My nerves go critical when I melt down glide. Flashback swinging like a landslide ride, but I weaponize scars when they press inside and flip the power that the past denied. I trauma pain like a battery pack. Trauma voltage pushing every skill I lack. I surge through fear with a full attack and slam the dark till the shadows crack. I'm the reprise burning from the hurt I stored. Voltage vengeance and a soul restored. I rise reborn with a force ignored and turn my trauma into my sword.
Voltage rising in the pain. The past that kept you chained. Spark the wounds that left you drained. Reprisal born from what remains. Turn the current into might. Strike the dark with pure rewrite. Let your scars become your light. Voltage burning through the night. Voltage, voltage, voltage.
Voltage rising in the pain.
Voltage, voltage.
Voltage rising in the pain.
Voltage, voltage.
Voltage rising in the pain. Shock the fear that left a stain. Burn the trauma through your vein.